day, more work. I told you this project is not going to be short. So everything is painted in Raptor, everything was all nice, really nice. A lot of people checked it out and they like it. In person, I mean. We put the car outside as it was drying and got some thumbs up. By the way, that's what we need to. Now we have to put the car together and let's begin with that. So there's a lot of stuff that we took off this car to get it painted. Now, we're not just gonna put same parts back on it. We actually going to upgrade the exterior look. Please watch till the end. I know sometimes it's a process that might get you a little boring. You just wanna skip all the way till the end. But there are some interesting points that I'm gonna be making along the way, so keep watching. Since the paint is done, let's put it together. I didn't want to start, but I actually did want to start at a gas cap. We had to take everything out of here before. It was kind of boring piece that was in there, and all you had is this thing covering it. Actually broke the original one. I got this piece right here. Well, kind of makes more sense, right? When you can lock your gas tank. So I left from before screws in here. I didn't think I was going to change anything over here. Decided to separate these pieces. See? Like that. Because I think it's going to be a little bit easier for me to put this thing in there. Like that. So even though this piece clicks in here, I still want to secure it a little bit better. So we have these screws right here, right? So these screws I'm gonna take out. You need to put this rubber seal inside. In order to get underneath, screws in first. Apparently this thing only uses 2 screws. I mean, yeah, because it has 2 holes. Okay. So I had to, it was a little bit difficult. Put a seal and screw everything together. Ugh. Don't try this at home. Yeah, I got the channel that shows how to do it at home. Even if you don't know. was a little pin there. It was in our way. We had no special holes for it. Okay, now I did it like that. I do want to put a screw in. We have holes behind here, but it will be easier just to drill at least 1 or 2 new ones. I'll put one right in here. One drill bit. So I used a short screw on the top and a long screw on the bottom. Like short like this, short. Maybe even a little bit shorter. Now, once that is done, take your cap and start putting everything in there. Right, you need to put the one, don't do it like this. No, do it like this. Put the screw on the bottom, kind of in an angle, because there was a hole in there already. Oh, just a word of advice. When you guys have this off, take a good clear coat, like Rust-Oleum or something like that, and spray this cap and let it dry. It would prevent, just in case, because I don't know how and where this was coated, but it would really help preventing the rust, just in case this is not enough. It doesn't have enough paint on it. All right, this one is done. Doesn't it look a little better, huh? Let's move on. Now, let's put flares back on. Well, now all I have to do is find the hole that was in. Where is it? Since this is covered in Raptor, I'm not worried about scratching it really. But it also depends how many coats you put on. Keep it loose a little bit so that we can line everything up. Now when you have all the screws in, well, not all, one more. And you can tie them up, line everything up. Alright, and that's how you put front flares on. Let's continue to the back. Here's a little odd situation where we have old holes. They're bigger, there's nothing there inside. These holes, they have threads inside of them. So the screws that came with the kit, we're gonna try to reuse them in a few spots and everything else. We're gonna try to change. Damn, it's dirty in here. All the off-roading that this car went to. Yuck. I was too lazy to go look for this bit, and here's the result. I have to go look for the bit. Allen key bit. It's always better if you have somebody, a friend, wife or a girlfriend, helping you with these things. It's really not that easy to do everything by yourself, unfortunately. You kind of, as you're putting it, kind of need to stretch it a little. This is aftermarket stuff. I don't know what's more crooked, the car or this flare kit. Whew, this sand is getting into my mouth. This way you need to really take everything off and wash the car. Alright, this is kind of how you put this on. And then you put the cover back in there. I guarantee you're gonna need the light to put this back on. And here's the final cut of the rear arch or flare, whatever you want to call it. All right, now let's go do the other side. And almost 20 minutes later, this is the other side. Now, let's take a look around. Flares. 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 Not bad. Let's move on. And let's take this bumper off. So let's start with hooks. I have an idea. I want to see if it's going to work. Well, since the gun doesn't want to do it, it's kind of weak for that rust. Almost forgot that there's more on the bottom. Straight into breaker bar mode. There goes my adapter. Oh well, there's only one answer. After a couple of minutes of cutting and banging and breaking tools, this thing might come off. Might. I like when it comes off. Oof. Put it aside over here. Let's see what's going on with the frame over here. Well, this is seized. No wonder. This broke off right here. I think I have a solution how to repair this. This right here. Oof. This is a tough one right here. But might as well just cut everything off. Flush. I'm still gonna continue using the gun. Why? Because even though I took this bumper off, I still need it. I need it by itself. Well, if you can call it a bumper. A piece of metal meant to bump into stuff. Okay, these are, I don't know what they're called, but they're cushions. They're cushions with a bumper, whatever the deal is with this. It'll work. However, I don't need them. Next socket. So this truck used to have probably aftermarket fog lights or off-road lights, whatever they wear. We might save the bracket, but I doubt that we're going to use it. What's here? How did we use it? I wonder. I don't see any wiring to it. Okay, this bumper. Let me tease you a little bit. This is what I want to put on. Something like that. However, in order for this to go on nice and neat, you're gonna need to use the old bumper to create sort of a bumper support. Kind of like that. This could be a really nice, but we're gonna do it when we put our wheels on. Yeah, there are wheels too. With the new bumper, I would have to do some fabrication again. Generally speaking, just cutting stuff off. Previously, I took the original bumper off. It was a piece of metal, and I decided that I'm gonna put plastic bumper on. But we still need to modify the metal part of the original bumper to accept the plastic bumper from a newer model on top of it. Let me show you a few things. I had this old bumper cleaned up a little, cut these holes out. That's for fog lights. That's going to be mounted to a new bumper, the plastic one from a newer model. I think this is TJ and the new one is JK. Yeah, that one. And I had this bumper primed just in case it won't rust anymore, or at least would not rust as fast and as much as it was before. So now I'm going to try to adapt it to this car. How am I gonna do that? Well, originally, it was like this. When I removed it originally, I messed up these nuts over here that were welded on to the frame, so I won't be able to put any bolts to it. Besides, there's another thing I would need to do modifying this part. So, since the other bumper goes on top of this one, it's gonna be thicker, and I need longer bolts to reach to these mounting points. So now I need to do is clean this up a little and weld new nuts to it so that we can mount the whole thing right away. Let's get to it. This is the new bumper. Well, not exactly new, but newer. Let's try it. Found this other bolt. See if this one is gonna work for me. I guess I did something with the nut when I was welding. Maybe overheated it a little. Well, but I can force it in. Just have to get a different gun. Let's see how it goes with a different gun. There was this piece before. I think I should put back on first. And then bumper cover. All right, now the bumper cover goes on. Yeah, we'll tighten it up in a little bit. Still need it to wobble a little bit. Might want to enlarge these holes a little bit. I kind of want to use these hooks still, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. Or I can put it underneath. Let's see how it's gonna look underneath. As I was installing this bar, trying to adapt this bumper, I thought about something. Something I was forgetting. And what was it? These fog lights. They're supposed to go in here first. That was the whole purpose of this bumper. Something like that. So I have to put them in first and then put the plastic on top. So let me get to it as well. And what I did here that I almost forgot about, I had to cut these little holes because these wires, they will go through these holes. Let's see how it's gonna look like.